Welcome back to Color Me Carole. I am Carole, the artist behind Color Me Carole. Today I want to do a little video showing you how I went about creating this gingerbread manicure. So I am showing you the gel polishes I used for this brown. It's a Melody Susie gel polish. And I'm going to start off by topping it off with this color base from the Painted Desert. It's number 110. It's a great base color. It has like a nude to it, like a nude pigment like base to it. And I thought this gel would make a great topper. It's not traditionally meant to be a topper, but I put it on top of this brown polish. And I'm going to make sure it's like a sheer enough layer so that it can give this brown polish like that gingerbread look. Now that I'm happy with the coverage I got, I'm going to cure this in my nail lamp for 60 seconds and repeat the steps on this other nail. I'm applying milky white gel polish to these other nails. This is a Una Gela gel polish that you can get off of Amazon. I thought it was a really nice milky white, so I'm just applying a coat onto this nail. This nail is basically going to be the whole frosting nail that you're going to see later on. I think it's really cool how it all turns out, but I'm using milky white for the base of the frosting on the nails. So now for this gingerbread mani, what I'm going to do is take these dotting tools from the Painted Desert, and I'm going to use the dotting tools to paint on the frosting. I love using dotting tools to do these kinds of designs because they make it so easy, and really there's not a lot of skill required to do this. So I'm taking stark white gel polish. This isn't the milky white I was using earlier. This is just stark white gel polish, and I'm submerging my dotting tool in this, and I'm going to start creating the frosting. This basically is going to mimic like blood drip designs, but it's going to be in white. This nail is going to be half clear-ish, like a light pink base, and then half gingerbread nail. In hindsight, I wish I had done this nail a little bit differently. I wish I had painted on the brown gel polish already and just done like half and half of the gel polish in brown and then this polish in pink. This is a sheer light pink. I like to use it as like the background when I'm doing something that has like a nice little background, or if I want to do nail art on top of it. I like things that are not completely opaque or very bright pink. I cured the pink in my nail lamp for 60 seconds, and now I'm applying the brown just halfway down because I'm going to do a half and half nail. Once that is applied and cured, I'm adding more of the light pink gel to the upper half. Like I said, I'm doing half and half nails, so I just want to up the opacity a little bit on both of the nails that I'm doing half and half on. I wish I had also done the 110 base on the bottom of the brown before I had done the icing, so if you are trying to recreate this design, I recommend doing the glitter base before you do the icing. I did this backwards. I should have done the glitter base first. It would have been a lot easier. So I'm going to make it work by applying the glitter base to the brown. What I was supposed to do was do the pink, the brown, the glitter, and then a matte top coat before I did the frosting. I learned my lesson for the second nail, so I did all the steps correctly on the second nail. I did half and half, the glitter, and a matte top coat before I did the frosting. The reason I did this is because I wanted the bottom half of the nail, like the background, to be completely matte and the frosting to be glossy. So that's why I recommend doing a matte top coat before you do your frosting. I wish I had done that on the other nail. It would have been a lot easier, but I've learned my lesson for this nail. Now that I have painted the frosting on all the nails, it's time to add the details like the little fruit cake or candies, whatever you want to call them. So I'm going to use this red gel polish and a dotting tool to paint little dots, like if they're red candies all over the frosting. I want to leave enough space to do other colors. I'm going to do green and gold as well. So if you're doing this and you're incorporating multiple colors, try not to group them too close together. Now the next color I'm using is this green, and instead of making dots, I'm using the liner brush to create thin little lines. So this is like confetti all over the frosting of the nails, and I like that it adds a different shape to the nails, so it really stands out and pops. And for the final touches of the frosting, I'm adding gold dots. I'm going to turn these gold dots into something else really soon with a little brush, but I wanted to add another different little festive pop of color all over the frosting or icing, as I think icing is the appropriate word. Before I cure it, I'm taking this liner brush and I'm just creating little starbursts out of a lot of the gold, not out of all of them, but a good amount to add another unique shape to this so that it's not just a bunch of dots everywhere. So I want all of the icing to have a glossy finish, so I'm taking a glossy gel top coat and applying it over all of the white frosting, even the ones that I made like dripping off of the nail, just a small portion. I'm going to take a dotting tool to those and make the frosting or icing glossy, whereas the rest of the nail is going to be matte. Alright, so this is it for the gingerbread. I called it Hansel and Gretel gingerbread design. If you guys love this tutorial, let me know in the comments below. I had a lot of fun making this set. If you guys decide to recreate it, let me know and tag me on Instagram if you post it on Instagram. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!